It's not often that this late in the year that we get some Xbox news or interviews with the head of Xbox, but thanks to the stream that they did, the charity stream, Phil Spencer actually did some interviews, and I thought this was really cool because it's not what we're really used to during this part of the year. It's usually a quieter time, but they did an Extra Life live stream, and Xbox head Phil Spencer talked about some stuff that's upcoming. Really kind of stuck it to Sony, basically goes exactly against what Sony is doing, and I thought this was a pretty cool stuff. You guys are going to like this. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button because I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. It really does. Thank you guys so much for always being there and rocking out with me. So anyway, like I said, he was doing the Extra Life stream, and he was talking about XO, right? And this is the great thing about Xbox. He was talking about doing XO again next year, right? He says, I say we're learning. I saw some of the feedback on, hey, it would have been great if you guys had a new game to announce. It's always great to announce new games, and I agreed with that. I'm very committed to XO and getting that back as part of our connections to our fans and our community. Like anything, you do something and you learn and you grow from it. That's the thing I say, that we're committed to that. We didn't announce anything about next year, but I can say we're really happy with XO this year and how it went, and we can't wait to do it, and we definitely want to do it again. So he basically, they like what they've been doing this entire generation, paid close attention to the situation, right? They pay close attention to the feedback of the fans, and I would say that when they do that again, if they do it again next year, which it looks that way, you probably save an announce or so for that, right? And that's probably what Phil sees in this, and so he'll probably just switch something maybe that they would have announced at E3 and maybe announce it at XO. So they're listening, they're always paying attention, so I think that's really awesome. Now here's the really interesting part. He went on to talk about E3 and why Xbox is sticking with that. He said, I think the same thing about E3. It's interesting for us because E3 is an interesting event. When I think about it, when I was young, E3 was about retailers coming and trying to figure out how many cartridges they were going to buy for the holiday. This is back when things would sell out. They would go to E3 trying to figure out what hit games are, and we would go there trying to show our games so that they would up their purchase quantities, and we would know how many cartridges or discs or whatever it was to make. Then all of a sudden, retailers wanted the press here because they wanted to see the press was writing about it because they kind of trusted the press, which makes sense on what games were going to be hot. So E3 went from a retail show to a press and retail show. Now, I'd say most of our efforts and the reasons why we like E3 the way we do, we could do this on our own or like a Nintendo Direct, but we just think it's an awesome and frankly convenient way for the fans to experience video games. I think we do it because it's a U.S. celebration in L.A. It's easy for people in the U.S. to come to one place and just share their love of video games. My hope is that E3 continues to grow. I think it's going to change in some ways, but I look at all these events like XO and E3, the Fan Fest that we do at Gamescom. While we're doing the Fan Fest in Mexico City, I also think we had one, we also had one in Milan going on at the same time. We can reach retailers, we can reach press in so many different ways. He's really on board with all this stuff. He also mentioned that creating new IP is one of the greatest things that can be done in gaming industry, but it's also important to keep exploring characters and stories from the past. So this was a fantastic interview, and I'm going to link this article so you guys can check it out because I thought it was absolutely brilliant and nice to see and refreshing to see this late in the year, and props to Phil Spencer for being so on point with this. So let me know what you guys think because I think he's right. E3 is going to continue to grow. It might change a little bit. Super important to have an event like that where fans can come around. Look, fans of not only Xbox, but Nintendo, PlayStation, whatever, can get happy about something. And I think that's why E3 is so important and why all the companies should stick with it. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.